If you knew how expensive something was, would you still buy it? What if I told you that every yes you say costs you something? Would you say it as much as you do now? Would you be more cautious about who and what you gave a yes to? Every yes you give costs you. It can cost you your time, your energy, your peace, or your presence. And most of us were never taught to count that cost, but today we're going to change.
Welcome to another episode of the Blemished Beauty Podcast. This podcast was designed with you in mind. If you're ready to erase the norm and embrace the truth, come pull up a chair, grab a journal, and tell a friend that your favorite Jersey girl is back with another episode. So let's get into it.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of the Blemished Beauty Podcast. I'm your host and favorite Jersey girl, SheRa. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you for coming, and I hope you stick around and become a part of the community. In this space, we focus on the things that we cover up and learn tips and ideas that will transform our minds and prepare us for the new and best versions of ourselves. So, with that being said, let's get into today's episode. Let's start with something honest. Most of our yeses aren't intentional at all. They're inherited. We say yes because we were raised to be agreeable. We say yes because we don't want to disappoint anyone. And we say yes because we're afraid of being seen as difficult, being seen as selfish, or being seen as ungrateful. But here's the truth. Many of those yeses are reactive yeses. Yeses that are rooted in fear. Yeses that are rooted in guilt. And yeses that are rooted in a habit. A reactive yes is a yes that comes from your past, not your present. And if you've ever felt resentment after saying yes, if you've ever felt drained, stretched thin, or quietly frustrated, if you've ever wondered, why did I agree to this again? You're not alone. You're just human. And you're ready for something different. Now, this episode was very important to me because I struggled with this very thing over this past weekend. I got invited to go somewhere and I immediately said yes. There was no second guessing because the event was for a specific person, and I immediately said yes because of the person. But as I got closer to the event, I had to count the costs both literally and figuratively. Now, one thing I had to realize was whether I showed up or not to this event, it will still take place. And I also had to focus on the dynamic in which me and this individual communicated. And whether I showed up or not, that dynamic would remain the same. I was bending over backwards to attend something for people that doesn't even have my direct number, right? All of this in itself just showed me the level of priority I was. And now that I'm 40, I'm putting people, places, and things in their respective categories. Now, the old me, I would have went to this event, despite how inconvenient it would have made me, despite how expensive it was, just because I wanted to be there for that person. I'll show up to events because I wanted to be there for people, any and everyone that I loved. But this version of me now is a little more boundary driven. And unfortunately, as bad as I'm going to do something, it will never supersede what needs to be done. I wanted to go out, wanted to enjoy myself. I wanted to have a night where I say, forget them kids and just be cute. But what I needed to do was take the same money that I would use for paying to go to this event, paying for stuff during the event, paying for things after the event. I needed to take that money and make sure that groceries were in the house because, let's be real, it's the summertime and my little tornado of a 6-year-old is home. Now, here's a disclaimer because I don't want anybody to misinterpret anything that I'm saying. If you can afford to go out and still make sure your priorities are in order, then by all means, enjoy yourself. But I knew for me, this was not the case. This was not a week that my finances were able to make magic happen for myself and the kids. So I decided to do what mothers do and sacrifice. Now, getting back to the subject at hand, an intentional yes is powerful, it's grounded, it's honest, and it has 5 qualities. Clarity. Do I understand what I'm agreeing to? Capacity. Do I have the emotional, mental, and physical space for this? Alignment. Does this move me towards who I'm becoming? Desire. Do I actually want to do this? And truth. Can I say yes without resentment? So here's the heart of it. An intentional yes is a yes you can live with tomorrow and not just survive today. When your yes is intentional, it feels clean. It feels peaceful. It feels like intent. So now the question remains, how do you actually do this in real life? So here are 5 practices that will change everything. 1, the sacred pause. Before responding to anything and anyone, pause. Take 5 seconds, maybe 10, because even those 10 seconds can shift you from reaction to intention. 2, the body scan. Your body tells the truth before your mouth does, so pay attention to it. If your chest tightens, if your stomach drops, if your breath shortens, that's your body whispering to you, this is not your yes. 3, the alignment question. Ask yourself, does this honor who I'm becoming? 4, the gentle no. You can decline with love. You can say no without guilt. You can protect your peace without apology. And 5, the conditional yes. Sometimes the answer is yes without boundaries. Yes, I can help, but only for an hour. Yes, I need 2 days to get back to you. These tools help you choose from truth, not pressure. And these tools are also what I used for this last weekend. Now, I know my sister is listening to this and I know she's about to get very upset, but before I end this episode, I want to leave you with some reflection questions. 1, where have I been saying yes out of fear? Where and what yes in my life needs to become a no? What yes would bring me closer to peace? What yes honors my future self? What yes feels like alignment in my body? I want you to take your time with these answers and let them be honest. I want you to remember that your yes is sacred and it's a declaration of who you are and what you value. So choose with intention. Choose with truth. And may every yes you give honor who you're becoming. Thank you for joining me for another episode. And if this episode resonated with you, I want you to share it with someone who might need to hear it too. And as always, you guys, I want you to remember you are graced and gifted for a time such as this. You have purpose in this world, and you have been created to do great and amazing things.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode, and don't forget to leave a review. You can follow SheRa on all major platforms and on YouTube at SheRa Renee 510. Until next time, spread love, show grace, and shine bright.